Today, I'm 45 minutes east of Melbourne at Montague to visit Mr. Apple himself, Ray Montague. What he doesn't know about apples isn't worth knowing. So let's go catch up with Ray and learn a bit more about them. Now, Ray, with an apple, how long from the flower and the bud till you get to pick it and we get to eat it?
Well, these were flowered approximately the 10th to the 16th of October, and they will be picked in early May, so you're looking about 6 to 7 months.
So it takes a little bit of time, but that's well worth it because you get those beautiful, sweet, crispy apples.
That's right. The longer they stay on the tree, there seems to be the better.
Nice.
Late season.
How many trees have you got here on this property? Because it's beautiful. There's apples as far as I can see, but how many extra trees have we got?
Look, on this property, about 150 to 200,000.
Wow.
We have close to 1.5 million across our orchards.
Oh, wow. It's a lot of trees.
It's a lot of trees, and we have about probably 80 to 100 growers that grow fruit for us as well, and plant some of our varieties. And most of the varieties now we plant are the ones that have very good pressure, they have a great flavour, and they never let the consumer down.
Now, Ray, you know everything there is to know about apples, so I think we should cook with some.
I think so. These Smitten here are fantastic. So
I love this variety. Not only is it crispy, but it's also really juicy. It's got loads of flavour. It works perfectly in something that you don't need to cook it, like a nice crispy slaw, I reckon.
Absolutely marvellous. It's crisp, it's hard, it's refreshing.
Yep.
A lot of juice, and it never goes soft on you, so it won't ever disappoint, you know, whenever you take a bite.
And one of the things you've taught me about this apple is that when you cut it, it doesn't brown. So it's a perfect apple to do in a slaw where you're going to chop it up nice and fine into matchsticks like that carrot, so it gets lots of crunch, but it doesn't go that sort of brown colour that some apples will.
It doesn't.
So it's a perfect variety, and I love it because it's available at Coles, exclusive to Coles, in fact.
Exclusive to Coles, yes.
Which is great.
And they were fantastic, Coles, because, you know, when we first came to them with the product, they had a good look at it over a number of years. Then they were just so supportive, because to grow and put a new variety on the shelf takes a lot of time, effort and money and trials. So Coles were extremely supportive, and they have it exclusive now in Australia, and it's going very well. That's
perfect. It's a big commitment to put in new varieties, so you always make sure it tastes good. You do a bit of research before you decide on those varieties. Obviously, you eat a lot of apples. What's the process in finding the next variety of apple?
Well, that's a pretty long one. Around the world at the moment, there's about 80 breeding programs.
Wow.
So each year there's probably, I'd say 200, but there could be 1,000 for all I know, about new varieties. Yep. So we have a team of people. Originally it was myself and a gentleman called Rowan Little, who travelled around the world looking at these new ones, and we formed a couple of international consortiums. They're not for-profit ones, but they just, of all the 7 continents around the world, and we regularly travel together, we talk together, and we choose what the best one we deem to be the best one is, meeting all the different criteria that we want.
So you get to fly around the world eating apples. It's not a bad job, Ray.
Not only apples, but I suppose I shouldn't mention stone fruit, but you can eat apples all day and not have any problems, but after you eat 30 or 40 stone fruit,
it gets very sweet.
Problem.
Fair enough. So, Ray, we're just going to cut these into little matchsticks. You could easily grate them as well, but I like the bit bigger texture. Now, with importing different varieties and bringing different varieties in Australia, I hear there's one you're very famous for.
Oh, look, I think the one that's made the difference to our company over the period of time is Jazz Apple.
Yep.
It's absolutely sensational. Apple, and it was bred in New Zealand. We grow them to another standard, so that anyone who grows for us, we brought them into the family, so to speak, and since then they've been growing most of these new varieties that we have, and we probably have nearly 7 or 8 apple varieties, and probably 20 to 30 stone fruit varieties as well.
I love that. The best thing that means for us is, as consumers and people that eat apple, always having delicious apples available, which I love, and makes me cooking these awesome salads much easier. I think we're going to call you the Jazz Man from now on, Ray. So, Ray, to go with our apple, I'm going to use some cashew nuts. I love the combination of apple and cashew. I've just boiled these and let them cool down, and now we're going to make a little cashew nut paste to dress our little slaw. It does 2 things. It's really nice and creamy, but it's actually vegan as well. So if you had someone wanting a vegan slaw option rather than putting mayonnaise in it, this little cashew paste will go really well on it. So you just want to gently pound them into sort of just broken up pieces. And then we'll add in a little bit of that extra virgin olive oil and some vinegar just to bring it all together.
Oh, the vegan part will suit certain members of my family.
Yes, you got a couple of vegans. I like the challenge of being able to cater for all people and, you know, every different palate and dietary requirement. It's a bit of fun. I guess it's like your apples, all different varieties cater to different tastes as well.
Correct.
This one, the Smitten works perfectly in this slaw. All right, so if you want to just grab the extra virgin olive oil and just pour in probably half a cup. So I'll tell you when, Ray. Give it a drizzle.
But not slowly?
No, go hard. We're going to add quite a bit into this. We're just going to add a really nice peppery note to it and also give it that little bit of extra fat. That looks good. And then next to it, we had that apple cider vinegar. So again, carrying on the flavour of the apple, but in the vinegar. Do you want to just give that a nice drizzle in there too?
Same amount?
Yeah, about that. Perfect. And then a pinch of salt and a twist of the black pepper. And that's our dressing done. All right, let's go. Good little pinch of salt.
A little good pinch.
Yeah, lots of salt to lift the apple flavour, and then 10 turns of pepper, just to add a nice little bit of heat. And now it's all about bringing this dish together and showing off those lovely Smitten apples. So,
do you want me to hold that up?
I've got a couple extra ingredients to go in here. So, this is the zucchini. I've just used a peeler that has a little tooth attachment in it, but you can use a grater as well. These are called Zucchini Noodles. These are raw, so when zucchini is really nice and ripe, it goes really well raw in a salad. You want to try it raw?
I was going to say.
Here we go. It has a nice texture. You don't go all the way to the seeds because the seeds get a little bit floury, but you just peel around them and you get a really nice texture. And then just a little bit of spring onion. Do you want to meet me in the middle and go in with that carrot there, Ray? And then I love dried fruit in a slaw. Yeah, go all of it in, whack it in.
All of it?
Yeah. So I've got these little currants here, and they're going to add nice little pops of that sort of darker fruit flavour. And then some more cashews to carry on that cashew flavour we've got in the dressing, but these are toasted, so they're going to give us really nice crunchy texture. And then mint and zucchini go really well together, so I'm going to put some mint in, and I've also got some parsley leaves as well. And all I'm going to do, just tear them once.
Yep.
You start breaking them up like that and you get the essential oils going and you bruise them.
You smell that, can't you?
First thing you smell is mint, and it gives it that really nice fragrance to this dish, which works really well. And it's just a little thing to do, but you start bruising them and they're still going to keep that nice green colour, but that aroma will really bring it all together. Now, I'll add the dressing in, and do you want to grab those tongs and we're going to fold it all together. And the other thing I love about this dressing is it's got a really nice texture to it too because of those cashews. It's not super smooth, it's nice and sort of textured.
Jalapeno.
And then we're going to jalapeno on top, yeah. So we just want to mix this till everything's coated.
I love spicy. Doesn't matter how spicy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like a bit of heat? Good. We'll get you going. And you can just see here now, it's just coating, the dressing's coating those bits of apple and the zucchini and the carrot, making it look really nice. And keep everything crispy, because if you put too much dressing on this, it'll start to soften it. You lose that real crispy note. And especially these lovely Smitten apples, you want to keep them nice and crispy and fresh.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
You grow them crispy, so we better serve them crispy, hey?
Yep.
So, into our bowl, just spread our slaw out, make sure we get a little bit of everything. And the best bit is, the nuts and the dried fruit fall to the bottom. You get a little bit of the crunchy stuff on top. That looks glorious, Ray. Quickly tidy our board. I love cooking in the orchard. You can just sweep it down for the grass.
A bit of biodiversity.
Exactly right. And then just some jalapeno, just to add that nice fresh pepperiness and chili heat to the dish. And you like it hot, so we're going to leave the seeds in. If you didn't, you can leave them out. But let's get it a bit spicy here, eh? And then I just scatter these over the top, so we've got little pops of heat. And the nice thing about adding the chili on the top at the end is if someone doesn't like chili, they can easily pick it off rather than getting surprised with a big bite of heat. So there you have it, Ray. The jazz man is now smitten with this apple slaw. What do you reckon?
Fantastic. Marvellous.